Welcome, welcome. People are coming in.
Yay, that's perfect.
So
Hi,
excited.
Suzette. Hi, Axel.
Hi, Karen.
Karen.
Hi, Suzette. How's it going, Sarah?
Pretty good. Yes, I'm excited. I got Paris and California, and I'm in the middle of you guys. I'm excited for this. What is it going to be?
Hi, Karen.
Hi, good morning.
I'm so happy to see you.
I'm happy to see you. I'm so excited.
Yay. Do you know Aurora?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, hi.
Karen
Hi,
is my style
Karen.
sister in Soci. We were style sisters from the Scottsdale retreat.
Whoa, great.
Nice.
So, another saucy member. That's cool.
Yeah. So
And
we
Suzette, oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Suzette, if you can open the camera, because she's also a saucy sister.
Oh, okay. Hi, Suzette.
Hi. Hold on.
This is so exciting.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, cool. Nice to
Hi.
see you.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, Aurora, a few more people said they were coming, but we should probably get started. And then I'll just keep an eye on the
Okay, perfect.
okay, for admission. And then I'm so happy to be here. Yay. All right, let's see. 1 second.
Yes.
Yeah, good. Okay. Yay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is exciting. Well, Aurora and I are so happy that you're here. And I'm guessing you're just as excited about creativity, beauty, style, and the idea of finding ways to transform yourself. So we're going to talk about 30 minutes. We'll teach you some really cool things, and then we'll talk a little bit about the Paris trip. So, Aurora, do you want to introduce yourself and then I'll go?
Yes, with great pleasure. So I'm Aurora. I'm a coach from the Brooks School, Brooke Castillo School, and I'm a personal branding and style coach. So I like so much. I'm very fond of style, and I think this is just a tool of self-development. So I use it on myself. I have a kind of strange story because I was so maybe not treated very well at school when I was younger because not so cool, and I wasn't part of the cool girls. And I think that thanks to the style, I just am who I am now, and I think that the possibilities are so like opening when you are just present yourself in a way that teach others how to treat you. So this is my little story. And I live in Paris and I'm Italian.
Well, I'm Dr. Amy Vakos, and I am a modern creative woman. I grew up with parents who really encouraged art, and I just thought I'm so much better at art than with words. And then I discovered that the art and creativity would help me express myself in all kinds of ways. So certainly with style, with art, I remember doing collages every year before school started. I was just obsessed with the visual. And so in meeting Aurora, she's really taught me a lot about taking the inside to the outside physically. So I'm excited to be partnering with Girl Boss for sure.
Me too. I'm so happy.
Yay. Well, here's what you will learn about today. You have 3 creative thinking recipes, 2 branding tools, and a powerful question that can change your thinking forever. And I dropped a pearl in honor of Sarah. So let's jump into some creative thinking recipes. Here we go. Present moment awareness. All the research shows that this helps us feel better, reduce our depression, be less anxious, and it helps us stop our personal judgment. And the work that I do, I'm trained in acceptance and commitment therapy. It's all about changing your relationship to your thoughts and your emotions, and especially those ones that we're uncomfortable with: shame, embarrassment, anger, resentment. It's about learning how to relate to those with a lot more ease. And one thing that we need about observing our thoughts is a retreat from our usual routine. So I hope you will think of this hour as your creative retreat. So you can get retreat, of course, from a trip. Anytime you sit down and do something creative, you can create sanctuary in your home, a special place, just by lighting a candle. And then taking a moment of internal silence. Sometimes we are unable to get away, or we're unable to take a retreat when we really need one. So I want to teach you this breathing, and we're going to practice it. And it is powerful for relaxation. You can use it at night if you need to relax yourself. It's something that you would want to use before other kinds of breathing. If you're going to do box breathing or any of these other kind of fabulous yoga techniques, this is the one to start with. So take a deep breath in and then exhale. Kind of get centered. Now we're going to breathe in for a count of 4. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale slow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Go one more time at your own pace, just going slow, slow, slow. This is how we get a moment of internal retreat. You can change your reaction to other people and respond in the way of your choosing when you're able to go slow. Let's take one more breath together. 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now smile. That combination is really powerful. The breath and a smile. So now I want to teach you a quick visual exercise that I find so powerful. You can use it at the art museum. You can use it sitting at your desk. You can use it sitting in traffic. It brings you immediately back to the center, and it uses your visual senses. We're so used to giving to others, focusing on what needs to be done. Sometimes, I know for me, and I think a lot of other women, it's difficult to receive, to be able to accept. So this is about receiving, letting go of the do-it-yourself all the time experience that we have. You gotta kind of trust that you'll get what you need when you do this exercise. So pick a spot anywhere and focus on that one spot. I'm going to focus on one of the points in the mountain in the middle. Just focus on that one spot. See if you can look as closely as possible. Now take a deep breath in. Now relax your eyes and take in the whole picture. You have to kind of soften your focus, just relaxing your eyes so that you can take in information from the periphery. The whole image comes to you and you receive the whole image. Now go back to that one point. And now soften your eyes and see the whole picture. One more time to the point. One more time to soften and see the whole picture. This is a tool that artists use to step back from their work. Sometimes we might turn our art upside down. But when you're looking at maybe some outfits or accessories, this is another way to look. When you look in your homes, this is another way to look. Focus your eye on the sun. You're like aiming your arrow. You're looking right at that bright spot. Now relax your eyes. Look at the whole vista. You start to feel your eyes shifting as you relax. It seems awkward, and then all of a sudden you can do it. Focus on the sun. And then relax your eyes and receive the whole image. Take a deep breath in. Got one more in France. Pick a spot where you would like to look. I'm looking at one of the windows. And then relax your eyes. Imagine you're looking at a Monet instead of a photograph, where everything is a little bit blurry and fuzzy. That's where you want your eyes to be. You're receiving the whole image. You can do this anytime at your computer. You can look directly at the little green light at the top of your computer and then relax and take in the whole room. It's a really powerful, important kind of exercise, similar to what you've probably heard, like look to the distance, relax your eyes by looking away. This is the creative way. All right, I want to teach you one thing that I find to be so powerful, and it's a mind map. You've probably used mind maps before. Here's an example. It's really the modern woman's secret to enhancing your neurocreativity. It allows you to visualize what's happening for you and then move things around. Once everything is out on the paper, we're able to relate to it differently. This is a concept from art therapy where it seems so big in our head, but once we put it on paper, we kind of know what we're dealing with. We can relate to what's on the paper instead of struggling with our own thoughts. So I have an idea for you. And you can work on this later today. Anytime you want, you can do this. Creating a mind map where you are just introducing yourself as you are. So here I am. This is what you might figure out about me. I'm a daughter, a friend, a wife, a mom. There's my profession. I'm a woman. I'm healthy. I focus on health. I'm a friend of a cute little dog. Those are the things that are just kind of on the outside. These are the roles that I have that you could see. Then I want you to take it a little bit deeper and create a mind map that's more about your core self. So these are things that I think would be with me wherever I was. If I was born anywhere in the world, these would be the qualities that, I just showed up with and moved towards all the time. I'm a creative thinker. I'm really curious about what might be possible. My highest strength over and over again on one of the assessments that I'm giving for the Paris retreat is one that's called Appreciation of Beauty and Excellence. And it means I love to see, I love to imagine what's possible. So that's a really cool way to think about this second piece of art that you're going to make, the mind map. It's all about who you are, what your strengths are. You see the difference between the roles and the core self. This is the kind of work we definitely do in the Modern Creative Woman. All right. I hope that inspires you. Aurora, I'm excited to hear what you're going to say.
Yes, so I would like to start with some advice about how to improve your style through improving your accessories. Because sometimes I think that we all want very stylish clothes or maybe very, very well-known brands, but in fact, it's not necessary. You can just change your style, just change it little details. I think that the core of elegance is to play with accessories, with the details. And I just want to demonstrate it to you right now, because I'm just wearing on purpose something like black top, and I think we all have some black top at home. And changing the accessories, I will change completely my style. So you can have very versatile clothes, very simple clothes, and then to add some stuff, and you will see it will change totally. So for instance, I would like you to play with some hair accessories. You see, maybe some hairband like this, and maybe, you know, like this is just like maybe historical girl, I don't know, but it can change. And also it could be more classy, you know, if I put something like this. And also the way I wear it. Okay, maybe this is too much, but sometimes I play with those kind of headbands, because this is more Greek inspiration, like this, because this is so easy to wear. Because when you can someone look at you in the front, they cannot see anything, but when you turn, it will be so nice. And also like this, you see. So those are very little accessories. There are, I think that I bought it on Forever 21 or something like this. So it's not expensive at all. But just changing this, you can really change your style. You can have also in gold or silver. It depends of your color analysis. And well, then this is more classical, but it could be very effective too. Like very small accessories like this. Or I have another one. This is the greatest for me. This is so creative, because you will wear just like this. You can also make it, you know, because maybe with bows is too much for you, but here you can put nothing, and there just, I will show you. You see? And you can also imagine this on the evening dates, because you can just put your hair like this, and here you will have some nice decoration on the back. Those are just details, because you can just wear some black dress with this kind of accessory. It will change everything. Or if you are more on a maybe ethnic style, you see those kind of, this is very huge. This is it will change totally. This is from Colombia. It's made by hand. And then you are more classical stuff that you already know, but I think it's nice also to wear nice earrings, because they will change everything. Or like this. I like so much accessory, because they will change everything. And also I have some necklaces. This, it seems like gold, but it's just thread, like lurex thread. It's made by an Italian artist. And you can wear like this. It's just like I was wearing gold. Or stuff more like Xena, like where like a hero, you know. And you see that if I wear this, the effect that I will produce on people who is looking at me, there will be totally different compared if I have my hair back and some stuff like this here. It completely change, and my outfit is still the same. So this is, for me, it's very important. And sometimes maybe you can show me the presentation, because sometimes what I would like to invite you is just to make a deep dive in your closet. Because sometimes, you know, we have some ancient stuff, maybe from years, ages ago, or maybe from our mom or grandma. And yeah, they stay there and we don't use. But when we rediscover, I call it like home shopping. I'm doing my home shopping, and no need to spend money sometimes, just to rediscover what you have. And yeah, you can change the slides, please. Yeah. And the other one. Yeah. The one, yes. Yeah. And so, yeah, I just would like to invite you to rediscover your closet, and maybe just to use yourself as a canvas and just being creative about your choice of accessories. And so I have for you a style challenge. And this is how you can use clothes to elevate your mood and make your day more enjoyable. Because I think that when you carefully choose your clothes or even your accessories, you can really switch your mood. And sometimes, just changing the accessories and just choosing them in the right colors that are very flattering, comparing to your color, accordingly to your color analysis, it will change everything. And maybe you already tried this, experienced this. Maybe sometimes you put some top and you say, I look so pale. And then you change before going out, you change your outfit, just your top, just the color of your top, and then, this is better. And this is according to your color analysis. So we will talk later about what we have in mind with Amy about Paris, but it's so important to know your color analysis, really the right one, not just so, because yes, it changed everything. And also I hope I just demonstrate you how it's easy to elevate your style, just changing your accessories. This was my advice about style, but I have another one. I think even it's more important, this one. And this is about the branding mindset, because I think that sometimes we are so ashamed, and this shame or those maybe other feelings, like negative feelings, like being embarrassed or feeling unworthy, like impeach us to be ourselves. And then we don't dare to try new stuff, new things, because we are afraid of being ashamed. So what I would like to propose you is just to normalize to be ashamed. And then I have a challenge for you. The next. Yeah. And this is like just going to talk with a stranger on the street, or even better, negotiate a discount in a shop. And for instance, you can go to negotiate in order to buy your new accessories in order to elevate your style. And I think this is so, like, you get freedom from doing this, because at the beginning it will be just so, like, not good at all, because you will feel ashamed. Maybe you will see, maybe people won't say me, will say me no, or something like this. But once you get accustomed to this kind of shame, then everything will be easier, because you will go to new stuff, to try new things. And by doing new things each day, you will express yourself in another way. And just, I think that it will be more growth for you. And anyway, it's what I've done. And sometimes I try on purpose to shame myself. And I think it prepared me to just like to be more at ease doing new stuff, and also to speak to you today. And also it was something like also like talking on social media and stuff like this. At the beginning it's so horrible, and then I think that if we get accustomed, it's just so easy. So I mean,
Aurora, what you're talking about is evidence-based psychology exposure therapy. It's how we move past traumas. It's how we heal and recover from the things that have been holding us back, like a negative memory. And a lot of times we make our lives smaller and smaller when we have those feelings that you talked about. And so what you're talking about is exactly what I do with my clients who have experienced trauma and kind of shrunk their lives. So it's these small steps. You can create your own list of like, what's the worst thing and then the easiest thing, and you work your way up that list. And I did one similar to what you just said. Last year, I created a list of 30 brave things in 30 days. It took me longer than 30 days, but 30 brave things. I rented a scooter. I rode a scooter around San Francisco, which doesn't sound that bad, but there's really big hills. So there were things that I was afraid of, and I just kept trying. And it really helped me in so many other ways. I was shocked that it worked so quick for me. Okay, here's the powerful question. This, if you've ever been to therapy, you probably were asked this question. It is a way to help visualize what life's going to be for you and the solution to your problems. And I do some really cool art around this, but I'm just going to give you the question. Ready? Might want to take a picture of this or be sure and write it down. If a miracle happened tonight and you woke up with the solution to all your problems, what would your life look like? It's called the miracle question, and there's piles of research about how this helps us move through the difficult challenges, not to get away from them or stop being a person who has shame, but to be a person who can deal with whatever emotion shows up. So if a miracle, or you can think of another word if you prefer, if something exciting happened tonight and you woke up with the solution to your problems, what would your life look like? And if you journal this, if you do it in collage materials or paint, this is the guiding question, and then everything else follows from there. So I let you in on a little secret. Okay.
Yeah.
You probably use that question a lot also, Aurora, huh?
Yeah. And then, oh, I have more than that. I don't know if I can show you, if I can find right now, but for me, this is like visualization, you know, like, and I have something, I don't know where I put, if I can find for you, because it's so, I don't know where I put, but if I show you, I think that it will make, when I saw this, I just have goosebumps. But I don't know, I didn't prepare this, it wasn't me to talk about this, but I found my, yes, I have it. So
Yay.
Let's see. My 17th agenda. You know, at school you have agenda where you can write down your homework. And this is the year it's written down. So I cannot, you know, it's not possible to don't tell the truth. But look at my agenda of 96.
Paris.
Oh, Paris, and here. Paris, this is the French stuff, flag. And here, the Louvre pyramid. And more than this, just so when I found this, I was just like, wow, because I'm from Italy, so this was in Italy. And my father brought to me last year, maybe this year on March, when he came to my house in Paris. And just, I want to show you another stuff. Yeah, this book, it's written in Italian, but here, on the 29th of October, it was written, one day I will be French. I believe. And this year, I got my papers, my new idea. So, 96. I think that there is no more proof of that visualization that can work than this. And this is true story. So, yeah. I firmly believe that we can create our own new identity. It depends of how we dare to dream. you know?
It's true. I have a painting on my wall here that I grew up with. My parents bought two paintings. They're almost identical when they were in New York in the 60s, and they're of Paris. And they were always hanging in our house. I managed to get one to come with me when I moved away. And the idea of being there doing that, whatever you put in front of you is what your mind works on. So that idea of your mind map and who you truly are and who you want to be, hanging it up and looking at it every day makes a huge difference. I have a little painting I made at the beginning of the year with all the things I aspire to. And it is a really kind of popular tool in coaching, or the idea of a vision board. But it's something that we have been using as people for our entire history of our species. And it's something that's been really kind of researched and looked at in art therapy. And what we see informs us hugely, which is why, we want to tidy our house. We want to do all these things to create that relaxing respite kind of space. Oh,
Yeah.
well, had a little side tangent there, huh, Aurora? Thank you for showing us your book. That was really incredible. That we all have these kinds of stories where what we put in front of us, eventually we made happen.
Mhm.
All right. So, are there any comments or questions at this point? And then we'll start chatting a little bit about Paris. All righty. Let's keep going.
Yes.
Here's
Okay.
why.
Yeah.
Here's why. Aurora, do you want to talk a little bit about the ideas of what we're covering and then why Paris is so magical?
Yeah, I think that Paris is really so magical because, as I said to you, I'm from Italy, and Italy is so magical too. But I think that in Paris, you can be, yeah, like there is a concentration of good stuff. You have the architecture, you have, I think that's the right place to grow your confidence as a woman because it's, for me anyway, it has been the place where everything became possible, because I arrived here. I had just one luggage, just one, and I came here in order to meet my future husband. I already knew him from Italy, but he is French, and yeah, I didn't have nothing, and I just wrote down on my CV, yeah, like curriculum vitae. I just resume in English, and I wrote down that I wanted to talk French and English and Spanish and all the languages as possible. And yeah, look, it became possible. And I studied here. I went to Sorbonne University. I've done one MBA. And I think that the creativity here is huge. There are a lot of museums, and you can just, sometimes I go to the Louvre, just like walking through, just to get new ideas. Here there are so much. There is the Musée Galliera. This is a fashion museum. And also just like there is a sense of style. So you can just going through the streets, just observe. And I think that if you are being already here, you know that you can just put yourself in a cafe and just have a look at the people around you and just get inspired. I think Paris is the right place to get inspired from other people. And also you can express yourself, because here I think that you can wear whatever you want, maybe not too short because men will look at you very strangely, but you can really wear what you want because this is a fashion capital. So I think that nobody will be so astonished. You're like, okay. And also I think there is, yeah, a good energy in order to stay between girls, like a community, and to stay together in order to enjoy together this place. So this is, I think that in Paris there are a lot of stuff. Yeah, the city of love and inspiration. I couldn't tell you the contrary because I went here to find love. because I was already with my future husband. Now it's my husband since 23 years. So this is not a joke also. And yes, I always with the same person. So I think that there is really a city of love. And yeah, as I said to you, you can before you can just going through the town and just visit the museum, looking at the streets. For me, there is creativity everywhere. And yeah, this is just a city of inspiration. And I also live here since 25 years. So I think that I lived more in Paris than I lived in Italy. Yes, for sure. Yeah. So those are pictures from inspirational picture from Paris, but they are real. So if we'll have chance to stay together in Paris, I will show you my favorite places here. Yeah.
Love it. I love how excited you are about where you live and that you moved there for love.
Yeah, for sure. And now I don't know why, but my ring just went down.
Oh,
I think that there is, like, yeah, I think that there is the moment to introduce. Like, I think that this is automatically, I think that it's broken down, but I think it's not, nothing came on like by hazard. So yeah, maybe it's the, like, when in the theater the lights went down, it's the time to to begin the show.
well,
I don't know why, but
I met Aurora a couple of trips ago to Paris and immediately fell in love with her charm and joie de vivre. And really, the idea of creating a luxury retreat in Paris was born. And the idea that you said, Aurora, is getting your outside to beautifully mirror your inside. So cultivating that inner experience, that's my focus. Present moment awareness, values, what's most important to you, using your mindset tools, and then figuring out how creativity, which is everything, can enhance your life on the inside and on the outside. And we'll teach you how to think, see, and look the way that is most authentic to you. So our package includes a whole bunch of stuff between January and the trip in June. So we'll have community, it's very personalized. We'll have 3 small group meetings. You'll each have 2 individual meetings, one with Aurora and one with me. You'll get a style assessment from Aurora, and I'll work with you on your strengths and your current level of creativity. So we know where we're at, and then give you the information you need to cultivate the strengths that will get you where you want to go. So when we're in Paris in June, you'll have 5 incredible workshops. And we're talking about neurocreativity, and that's how you can use creativity to enhance your brain. And that improves every aspect of your life, your work, your leadership, your family, your love. We'll talk about women's intuition. And Aurora and I really had a fabulous conversation about this. She does intuition dolls. I do tea leaf reading. And so we came with these ideas that we grew up with, and we're putting it together in a really creative way. So of course, branding, style, and a lot more. There'll be art in the morning. You'll have treasure hunts, and you'll be learning really practical tools that you can use straight away. You can practice. Like Aurora said, you can dress how you like in Paris. It's the fashion capital. So you can experiment right away with new thoughts, new ways of being. We'll have some trips to museum. We'll have an incredible high tea. Aurora's photographer has agreed to work with us. We'll have a dinner cruise on the Seine and some really luxurious locations. So when we put this together, the coaching in the beginning, if we priced it out for individual that you would have, it'd be about $4,000. the trip for the week would be about $8,000. And so you would cover your hotel and whatever other travel, flight, or however you're going to get there. But we're in luck, Aurora negotiated quite a deal for us. Okay. So the investment for the 5 months of coaching, 2 private consultations, 3 group meetings, 5 days in Paris, the value would be $12,000. And your cost is $7,500. So Aurora and I desperately want to work together. So we have made it a price that is much more affordable. And we have an early bird special, so we can take $500 off. Okay, so let me tell you, we have 2 options around payment, and then we've got lots of time for questions. So a payment plan, my tech person put together a plan where you can make a deposit, $2,500, and then you skip December because we know what happens in December. Then the next payments are January and a smaller payment in February. Then with the hotel, if you go ahead and reserve your room in December, you can make a deposit before you come and the balance when you arrive. So the price is really spread out quite a bit. Okay, the other option is if you go ahead and register for the trip in full, you of course get the discount, but you also are going to get a French goodie box from C'est La Tea. And Sarah, I think you're familiar with C'est La Tea. Yeah. And they're purveyors of fine French goods. And I get a box from them every other month. I'm obsessed. You'll also get a lovely shopping guide, and all that would come as soon as you register. So then the same deal with the hotel that Aurora got, 60% deposit due in advance, and then you can pay the balance when you check in. And I want to tell you a little bit about the hotel and why we spaced out the prices. So thank you, Aurora, for your incredible negotiation of this package. So I don't know if you want to talk about the hotel a little bit.
Yeah, the hotel is located in Madeleine. Madeleine is just one of the most wonderful location in Paris because it's where, very near to opera. It's where the Fashion Week takes place. And I think that for the ones who already know Paris, you already know that it's so nice to be there. It's so close to the best shops in Paris. And the hotel itself, it's so cool because this is I didn't want a very big hotel. I think that I wanted some intimate experience. So it's a boutique hotel, and there is also a spa inside. So it will be so wonderful to be there. And yes, and I negotiated for you the breakfast for free and a small also reduction on the price. So I think it will be so wonderful to stay there. And yeah, so the price for the twin or maybe a double room, it's 390 euros per night. And for sure, if you want, you can share. But the only thing is the hotel will take just for the reservation, it will take just one person per room. So you have just to make arrangement between you if you want to share, but it's possible. And all the rooms can become twins. So yeah. And yeah, we need to secure because this year in Paris, the Olympic Games will take place and that it will be so crowded, so we cannot lose the possibility to have this hotel because it's so wonderful.
Yay.
Yeah.
I love that you negotiated that everything could be split with a twin room. I think that makes it really good. And then that idea of being in the city center it's such a gorgeous neighborhood. I agree. Love it. And then certainly you can do add-ons. If you want to work a little more with Aurora, maybe I'll schedule a personal shopping day with you, Aurora. We can also schedule creativity coaching, VIP packages. So there's lots of options if you want to do a little bit more than just the group experience. So now we have time for some questions, and we can give you whatever further information that you have. I also created a general, like a budget. I always like my budget. So I created a general budget I can show you later if you're interested in that. So what questions do you have about anything that we presented in creativity or anything about the trip and the idea of a personal retreat? We must have been so clear. Everybody's ready to get creative. I think, Aurora, you talked about like shopping in your home shopping. That's so funny. Shopping in your closet. Yeah. And that I would love to hear just a little bit more about that. Do you pull things out of your closet? Do you pull out your jewelry? Like, I wouldn't even know where to begin with what home
Yeah,
shopping.
because for me, what is important is just to, sometimes, you don't want to get dressed. Be honest, let's be honest. We don't want to be just like with tight stuff or too much elegant stuff. So maybe the idea is just to take out of your closet whatever you like to wear, and without no judgment. Maybe if you like to wear a pair of jeans and with a t-shirt, white t-shirt, just plain white t-shirt, no shame about it. But then starting from this simple outfit, how would I accessorize in order to make it more stylish? And for instance, if I wear just a simple pair of jeans with a plain white t-shirt, maybe I can just add some blazer and it will be just upgrade my look. And then I can just add some stilettos, and maybe the stilettos will be in red stuff, like very nice stuff like this. And sometimes, oh, I already put this because I forgot to talk to you, but sometimes you can use also your skin like an accessory. And what I was thinking about, this is from Fenty Beauty. This is just like a kind of highlight. And it's just like this. I don't know if I can put. You see? Yeah, this is just wonderful. And you can put just like here in order to like just like a shine, or also like here if for the evening, for instance. But just like maybe you have just a V-neck t-shirt, just you put this here. It will be so nice. Or in summertime, just put it here. This is just an accessory. We don't think about it, but your skin could be also used like as an accessory if we will enhance with the right stuff.
I never thought of that. So if I'm pulling out what I would normally would want to wear, then I do my shopping. Okay, that helps.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Yes, because sometimes we don't need to add more stuff in our closet, to buy new stuff. Yes, for sure, it's so cool to be, for instance, in Paris and maybe buy a new dress. Okay, and it will be like the symbol of the new you. That's what we would like to do. Just you will come to Paris and you will be in a hunt of the new you. This is cool. And maybe with this new dress, we will take pictures with the photographer. And, like you will be, you cannot come back and just tell, oh, it was just a dream. No. You will have the proof. It won't be just a dream. The picture will be the proof that you can be the same at your home. But you see, it's like, yeah. And for the day-to-day life, you can just starting from your normal outfit and then make some details, and sometimes also nails, or very simple stuff. But for instance, in Italy, I never done my nails, never. And when I came to Paris, I was just like, I would like to hide my nails because people was looking at me like, oh, were looking at me like, oh. And sometimes, like now, I play with my nails because it could be also an accessory, you know. So everything is possible, but I will teach you everything in Paris.
I love that idea of having something that's the symbol
Yeah.
of, right, the trip. And in psychology, it's reification, right? So reification of an object means you infuse it with meaning and you decide what it means, and then it takes on those properties. And so that's a really powerful creativity trick. So, you know, looking in your beautiful homes, like some of the objects just right behind you maybe have a special sentimental value. When we reify it, it means we think of the words to describe it and we infuse meaning into it, not just how it makes us feel. That's the abstract. And with creativity, we go from the abstract to the concrete. So we name it. I name, you know, my Paris picture as inspiring, mysterious, curious. Those are things that painting reminds me of. So when you look around your home, you can think of each of those things. When I go to my water cooler, I have a water cooler in the kitchen. I use it to remind me to stand up straight. So while I'm filling my water, I take better posture. So I infuse drinking water with posture, which makes me feel lighter. So all of these things you can put meaning into. So meaning into the dress. Of course, when we knit or crochet, we're putting meaning into that object. So it's the same with a very special purchase. I love how you're talking about this. It's so in line with all this research on psychology too.
Yeah, and I think it's so important because sometimes we do just normal vision board, but I don't know if already came to you, but sometimes we do the vision board and then we look at the vision board and we feel discouraged. Like, okay, it won't be possible to realize this. And I don't want this to be the situation. I want, but when you will look at the picture, your picture in Paris, this is reality. It was reality. So it will become again reality because it's already done. It's like a proof. It's more than just vision board. It's just a proof. And we all know how our brain works, and our brains always will look for proofs. So it will be the proof.
It's
This
true.
is possible. The new me is already there.
I have a picture. I thought it was right behind me, but it's on the other side of the room of me when I was 18. It was my first solo trip. I flew to Switzerland and took the train to Paris. And I put this little black and white picture of me, and I've had it on my counter somewhere in my house ever since. And it's the idea of infusing, what did that mean to me? It was about freedom, independence, my own curiosity. So the photo is a big, important psychology trick. Documenting ourselves in those moments is really, really important. Aurora, I'm noticing the time and I know you have a 10 o'clock. So I want to make sure and let you go. I can stay on. I've got another 15 minutes available. So
I just had a question. When do the doors close?
oh yeah, the early bird special, you can make your deposit or purchase, that goes through the end of the month.
Okay.
And then because if you want to pay in full, you could, you know, register, you know, like in February. But if you want to do payments, you would want to do that by January.
Okay.
Yeah,
But as far as paying in full, is there a cutoff date? I know you need to reserve a room, but what would, aside from the room, like, is there a cutoff date?
Oh, I would say by the 1st of February.
Okay.
You're going to register because, yeah, we have to start paying our vendors.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, that's why we're hoping people will register before the end of the month before we start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Girls, I'm sorry, but I need to go. And yes, I hope to see you really soon. I just hope I I succeed in transmitting you my passion for this city and for this trip with Hemi, because it's just like a dream for us, because we met here in Paris and we said, okay, we need to do this together. So we have so much things in common, and also we are just complementary. I don't know if we can say this, but so yeah, I hope to see you in Paris and see you soon anyway.
Ciao, Aurora.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. Ciao.
Well, I'm happy to answer any other questions, or I would love to hear your thoughts about any of the ideas that we shared. You got, 3, 2, 1 creative ideas from us.
No, I liked it. I mean, it goes along with what I, know and practice. I too am very visually driven as an art history major, and I consider myself a curator.
Oh.
So I totally am really in line with how you and Aurora both, line things up. So I totally get it.
Oh, yeah. A curator. Like you apply that as like part of your identity?
I do. I'm not a collector, but I am a curator. And
Oh,
I've always liked putting things together. I'm very strategic minded. So yeah.
yeah, you get it for sure. I think there's like the subtleties, right? So you know about visuals, you know about
Mhm.
curating. So then we would build upon that, which I think is great why we have those individual meetings, right? So you would want to
Mhm.
register time to schedule those as soon as possible. The strength-based assessment I use is from Marty Seligman. He's from the University of Pennsylvania. He's the grandfather of positive psychology. And so this idea of your strengths, of curation, that will show up. So then I would talk to you about, okay, here's your strengths. We're going to keep using these to build up these other areas where you want to stretch and grow. And that's what's so cool about knowing, like, oh, I'm a curator. So what else? What are your other strengths? Combining those. And then, we get stronger when we eliminate areas of weakness or frustration. And it's not that we have to be good at everything, but that we let go of areas, right? So we use all our strengths to build up. When I first started doing these strength-based assessments, it was when I was taking women on international trips. And we did all kinds of really cool activities with what are your strengths? How did you use them? And what I saw at the bottom of my list was, this is embarrassing, gratitude. This was about 10 years ago. And I was shocked that I was saying I didn't have opportunity to express gratitude. And I was shocked that that was there. And I've completely brought that up to the top, and it's made my life so much better. So it's about leveling up those areas where we're, maybe not so confident, not so sure of ourselves. And being mindful of gratitude has completely changed my life. Sarah and I talk about this all the time. Yeah, so the strengths, right? So it's getting into the subtleties of, you're the curator, then what else? Any other comments? All right. Well, I think for me, this will be my 6th international trip I've taken women on. And I think for me, this is the most intensely personal one because of what I said about, looking at this painting my entire life of wanting to go to Paris, going the second I could. I have a grandmother from Alsace-Lorraine. So there's a place of like wanting to go and travel. And then the last couple of years going each year and starting to curate this perfect routine with Aurora. So the mornings are spent in reflection and art and creativity, and then actively, intentionally going out with the purpose of like curating your own experience visually, curating your own intention about who am I going to what am I going to do today? Oh, I'm going to talk to 4 people and I'm going to do it in French. Just like making these stretches with great intention and each time coming back completely transformed. So this one feels very like I'm offering something deeply personal into the group. So I hope that you will think about how you can do retreat on a day-to-day basis. And then of course, I want you to come to Paris. All right. Well, I'm super happy you were all here. Karen, my style sister. Suzette, I'm so happy to meet you. Neran, my neighbor and my new friend. And Sarah, my friend and modern creative woman. So it's really great. If you put your email in the chat or just send it to me directly, I'll send you the video and the slides. And so you can have that information. You can have a look at it. And I think it's good to look at those slides so you can be reminded about how you want to use your creativity. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. This was really fun.
It was. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Feel free to message me and I'll shoot you an email with the slides and video probably tomorrow. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. My pleasure. I hope you feel inspired.
This was lovely. And I am inspired.
Oh, good. I think it's the kind of stuff you can use in your work too, as a therapist and how you work with clients to think creatively about them, even if you're not teaching them about creativity. Like the things that we just taught help you be a better therapist too, Nira.
What I love is when I've traveled, there have been those wonderful moments, crucible moments, and what you're providing is to have somebody kind of talk to about. You can journal about it, but to have someone who specializes in a style, beauty, creativity, and the heart and the mind, I think is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to unfold and grow even more. It's really lovely.
Yeah. It's interesting, since knowing Aurora, I started giving homework assignments to my clients that are about, well, go get your haircut. Go get, your favorite color shirt. Just ways of like showing it on the outside, because the more we work on ourselves on the inside, the more it shows up. And I saw Karen after not seeing her for a year, and I feel like, Karen, you were transformed. Like,
Wow. Yeah.
you really put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah. I keep thinking about this ring that I bought when I was in Greece once, and every time I wear it, it just it elevates my mood, and it brings me back, and it just feels good. It's really amazing.
Yeah. So you've reified it.
Yes.
And so what you
Yes.
can do is go write 3 words or phrases down of what that means to you. So you got to write them down. And then you just pin that list up and look at that list for a week.
It's a great idea.
And you'll be so surprised how much more that feeling shows up. Yeah, it's really cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming. And we will hopefully see you in Paris.